Hello everybody, welcome to Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, tutorials. As always, let's get right into it. Fog of War, hardcore, friendly fire. Let's begin the tutorial mission. We start off the mission with going the offensive route. Now, you may ask, why the offensive route? I personally think it is better than defensive. We went defensive the first few attempts, and then we switched back to offensive, because the artillery is just very good. Now, in our strategies, it was Willow left side, me right side. Now, there are different strategies for every ore. We're gonna go through all of them. You wanna start off with this position. As you can see, you have your tank, the T-34 on the left side, the light tank in the front a little bit, and then the self-propelled artillery right where it spawns. You don't really wanna move it at the beginning. Once you're in position, it just comes down to RNG and how lucky you are. It's about hitting your shots, either with the tank or the self-propelled artillery, and taking out the AA flat gun. Because if the AA flat gun is alive, you're going to lose either your light tank or a lot of infantry. Then you have the issue of the Marauder and the Puma, the Comanche. You have to make sure you take out both of them. If they're repairable, even better. But once you take them out, it's time to start focusing on snipers and starting to either put 2 snipers or 1 sniper, take your pick. Because if you're playing solo, it's going to be harder to do both sides at once. But recommendation, self-propelled artillery on the right side of the map and your T-34 on the left side of the map, with either 2 snipers on each side or 1 sniper on each side. But you want to take it slow and just go piece by piece with the self-propelled artillery specifically, and your snipers doing most of the heavy lifting for the infantry. If you're pushing up the right side first, now it's to take out the mortar on the right side and take out the flat gun, which is in the front. If you have Fog of War, it is harder to spot. It can either spawn there or it can spawn in a different location, which in my first run, they lied to me and it didn't spawn where it usually spawns. Oh, they lied to me! He wasn't there.
Or you getting lied to.
But once you do find where the pack gun is, you can use this little tactic that I learned in that mission. Throw some smoke in front. I've shot twice in a row, and I will shoot again. But if you notice, the pack gun is not turning its turret. I threw some smoke in front. There's German infantry actually semi-close to me, but maybe they don't have visibility of me. And the pack gun is not turning. There are troops on it, and it's not shooting. So I think you have a higher chance if you smoke your gun in position. Now let's talk about the left side here. So first things first, move your T-34, your infantry, and 1 sniper or 2 down that left side into the first few trenches. Then you're going to proceed to do what you did on the right side with the smoke and the T-34. Get in range with your high explosive shells. It is literally facing me and it is not shooting me. It could have shot any time by now, even though I'm shooting at it. Or you can decide to go Willow's route and do the sniper approach, which he took out the whole entire left side basically with just the snipers. He had 2 snipers and he just went piece by piece, T-34 in the back, just defending, while he pushed up with snipers and was very, very careful to not lose the snipers from any explosions, because you could see in the corner the pack turning. Then you proceed down the left side and start dealing with the Marauder that comes. I guess depending on RNG and how well you do, different things come at you, but try not to have what happened to Willow. He tried to push up, get their pack, and he lost it, and it kind of went downhill, which led to a lovely, lovely restart for us. I mean, I don't blame Willow for struggling. I mean, there is a lot of tanks around him when he moves up, so maybe he aggroed a bunch of them. So, in the case that you do aggro a bunch of them, you might need some assistance. In our playthrough, I did have to send my self-propelled artillery to the left side to assist him on taking out every single tank. And in return, because I placed it in the middle, I got packed. I am assisting. There's another Panzer IV!
Legit. I just don't understand. Like,
thank God I can hit!
Every
oh, he broke my gun.
Every other time we have done this mission, you take these 2 points, and there isn't a massive wave of tanks that comes.
Now back to the tutorial. You, if you want, on the left side, should get an anti-tank gun. It will help out a little bit, unless you want to just move the self-propelled artillery to the left side and just take your time. But from what I've noticed, the longer you take, the more tanks come at you. So I would try to be as fast as possible on both left and right sides. Your next order of business is buy a mortar and start moving up the left side with it. It's really the only way to move up. And start pushing up your snipers the left side corner of the map, because it really does help. Once you clear it with the mortar, it just becomes easy to go around the map, through the corner, next to the wall of the map, the border line, and just steal the enemy Panzerschreck and just take out the Marauder that's just camping there, and then just start going at it with the sniper. Now, they do have a mortar there, so you want to prioritize taking out that mortar first before going in with your snipers and risking everything. But if you keep that mortar alive, you do have a heavy mortar, so you outrange their medium mortar just a tad bit, so it will be easy to take them out once you know where it is. Once you clear this objective, it now becomes a little bit more interesting. Your best bet is to get the new tanks that you have access to, because you're going to have access to some new tanks. Now this is when Willow starts taking my imagination that I've used from previous missions, and he starts doing some Jeep tactics, as I like to call it. So you're going to see some Jeep tactics into play. That is what we did on the left side, but I'm pretty sure if the mortar was accurate, we also could have taken out the stuff without doing this, but we did it. The final thing you want to do on the right side is honestly take out this Panzer if you haven't already. Just clear out that middle position, and then fully go to the left. Because if you push any further to the right, there's so many mortars and artillery, and if you do push up, you're going to have a reaction like I did. Time the fuck out. Fucking run, you fuckers! I told you to run! Oh, shit!
Yeah, I told you last time we played that there's a bunch of artillery over there.
I didn't know something. And we end up going further with some more Jeep tactics, because Willow wanted to. And this time, it very, very well succeeded.
I just gave you an armored car. I have a Puma, and we go at the same time, so you wait for me.
Well, I still have 14 more shells, so hold on. I have a fucking tree that I'm hitting. Alright, now I'm going. I'm running it over, I'm running it over, I'm running it over.
I'm distracting the pack.
Oh my god, I just ran past the Panzerschreck. I'm running for my life. I am in its way, so I don't even think they can get on it, even if they wanted to.
You have a guy. You could use him to shoot.
I'm trying. I can't. Once you clear that position, it is now your turn to use your T-34 1985. You are going to have the same range as the Panther, so just make sure to spot the Panther, and then from however far you are, you can shoot it. Now you just start pushing, taking out the pack in the middle. Start pushing, taking out the flat guns. There's like 2 flat guns that you need to take out before you even dare push up to the front. You take out those 2 flat guns, and you mainly just have tanks to go. Now, one thing we did is we took the whole entire left side plus the headquarters first before even going for the artillery. Now, the moment you capture all points, including an extra point, so that would be the headquarters or let's say the artillery. If you get those points, I believe a Sturm Tiger and an extra Tiger do come into the map. Those you can usually take out with the IS-2 heavy tank once you have all your points. But you have to be super careful. So I recommend just going for the headquarters first. Just take out the Tiger that comes in, the Sturm Tiger that comes in, and then you can focus on the artillery. I think that was the hardest part for us. That's why we left it for last. That's why we both went left side. So that is our best idea that I can give you. And that right there, my friends, is the ending of the tutorial. Like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and enjoy the rest of the final few moments of this video of Willow basically destroying the artillery and ending the mission with the tank that we basically started with. Alright guys, see you then. On to the next one. Can we just get in there ASAP? He's running the sniper.
Threat at the radio area is the tank we started with. This tank is the one we started with.
Tank warfare. Objective complete.
The tank we started with is the tank that completed it for us.
We'll use their equipment to relay ground attack coordinates for our Stormobius.
It should be over. Yep. Oh boy.
Oh boy.